I think they're going to have a few bigger girls in this issue, too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Really? Nice.
Bigger girls.
Like a Latifah?
Just showing that, you know
No,
what?
Ashley Graham is in there.
Who?
Ashley Graham.
Oh, she's a real pig. I don't know who that is. I'm joking. But he said bigger girls. Who?
I'm going to not comment.
I don't know who that is.
I don't think she took that one well.
Look her up.
Look her up.
She's hot.
You said bigger girls.
No, not Ashley Green. Ashley Graham.
Graham.
That's not having it. Let me,
Oh, yeah.
all right,
Look
let me
at
take
that.
a look at this.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Oh, that's a
Alright.
full-figured
She's
gal.
hot.
She's a bit on the big side, but she's
Okay,
got-
but she's nice.
All right.
That's a little
She's nice.
jiggly for me.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can tell when you slap it. It rolls for a week.
Stop it. Wait, I can't with you guys.
I'm joking. I'd love to eat her out.
My mom's calling me.
All right. So, I mean, it's, you know, but
Good for her.
Nothing that enrages me more than fat models. There is nothing that enrages me more than fat fucking
Why?
models. Okay, let me just say something. As a comic, we want attention. We don't feel like we deserve it, so we make you laugh, so there's an even exchange. I get my attention, you get some joy. Okay? An actor, they want attention. They're not willing to write the script, but they'll memorize some lines. They'll do a little bit of effort to get the attention. A regular model, at least she's willing to lose weight so that she can be looked at. But these fat bitches are just like, look at me!
You still
I
using the
deserve to
word-
be looked at!
Stop using the word
Look at
bitches
this.
in 2019.
Look at that.
What the fuck?
That's the plus size model mannequin.
This is the only
Nike.
the only
That doesn't
thing,
enrage you guys?
The only thing I don't like about
That doesn't enrage you that they're like, just stare at me. I'm gonna eat bread all day.
No,
But you should stare.
But see, I don't. What bothers me is, all right, we all have to accept this. Hey, she's hot. Yeah. But if a guy who's 5'4" comes in, everybody makes fun of him. You know, we got to have it both ways. How come the 5'4" guy can't get any love? All right. Well, thanks for the support, fellas. Just saying. All right, so we got chunky gals. We got to high five her. But how about the bald guy? Nothing.
I think
You know, where does it
no.
end? Let's see. Don't know,
Apologize.
where does it end? Are we gonna go wheelchair? You know. There has to be some standard. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
All women are beautiful.
Well, I mean, come on.
exactly.
That doesn't make sense.
In different ways.
The definition of the word beautiful means there's only a few, you know?
Just support the WNBA the way you support a fat chick that's proud of her body and is no longer a threat to you. You know? That league would be doing better numbers than the NBA. Oh my God. That's one of the saddest things I've ever seen. Oh my God, you're a goddess. You're gorgeous. You look great in that bikini. I would kill myself if I looked like that. Keep eating. Keep eating. Lose a toe, you fat bitch. It's just... You saw an alcoholic where you'd be like, oh my God, look at you. You're face down, passed out. Your kids are crying. You're a hero. You're a god. Keep doing what you're doing. You'd be like, dude, you need to get your fucking shit together. Get off the sauce. I will tell you, that's one of the most genius things I've ever seen. How regular-looking women somehow mind-fucked advertising to get beautiful women off of billboards. Yeah, just regular fucking who-gives-a-shit-looking women, right? I'm just being honest. Come on, we're outside. We're in the woods. We can be honest. Just regular, who gives a fuck? Can't remember a name, looking women, right? Well, looking at these goddesses, and they had to fucking be the. How am I supposed to compete with that? You can't. How fucking arrogant are you? I don't see Brad Pitt when he takes his shirt off in a movie, and oh great, how am I supposed to compete with that? I can't. I am an ugly, bald, orange man. I need to write jokes. I gotta put a lampshade on my head. I know what my role is, okay? I should be on the ground gazing up at people better looking than me. I don't know, ladies. This is supposed to be like an inspirational talk. I don't know if it's coming through this way. I'm trying to say, if you really if you get through all the misdirected anger of my childhood, I'm trying to say, you're smarter than we are, and there's more of you. I don't know.
Plus-size models sent death threats by fat activists after dieting. This is what I like. Now, this is what I like. I like this. Yeah. I like a fat person threatening to kill another fat person who's started to get thinner. That, to me, is an interesting type of person and one that I want to know more about. The person that Rosie Mercado, who used to be a size 24 and is now a size 12 to 14, still fat, right? Good. Was told to jump off a bridge and kill herself by people with people who objected to her slimming down. The 36-year-old told TMZ, I got hate mail. Not so much from other models, just fans that hated on me. Wow. They hated the thought that I was really public about my weight loss and I was losing weight. She lost more than 170 pounds. Some people love being overweight, some people don't. That's what she says. I think it's a personal choice, but people were not happy. They were sending her threatening. They were telling her to kill herself.
Oh, she was 410 pounds, too.
She was 410 pounds, and then she lost 170 pounds.
Well, she's down to 170 now, yeah.
No, go up. Oh, wow. She's 170.
Wow, good for her.
She went from No, good for her. No. You skinny piece of shit. She's a Benedict Arnold. There is a movement of fat activists that do activism by breathing. Heavily, yes. But I can't believe you would say that and be so heartless. The people that loved her as a 410-pound model want her to kill herself and jump off a bridge because she's now down to 170. The only reason I'm not afraid of that is people are telling me to kill myself anyway. They're saying it now.
I bought a suit for this. I thought I was going to be on TV. I'm such a moron. I am losing so much money right now. Hey, how many feminists are like going nuts? So why is this cis white male doing all this Latino stuff?
The only reason I knew the Grammys were happening is because they were trying to cancel Bill.
Only reason
The only reason, like,
old Billy Bitch Tits came through, bro.
Is it, what's that?
That's his nickname. That's what he calls himself on stage.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Billy
Thank God,
Bitch
dude.
Tits?
I was like, yo, Mark, why you
know,
getting disrespectful, bro?
shots,
You never heard
bro,
that? You
like-
never heard that bit? Old Billy Bitch Tits, old Billy Redface?
No, we going at Chappelle. We going at Billy Bitch Tits. Like, what are you trying to do over
That's
here?
what he
dog?
said.
Mark the sniper out here.
But yeah, so I guess he was saying some stuff. Akash showed us a couple videos, and it's so funny because he's just being him.
He couldn't care less, dude.
He couldn't care less, and there is no audience. I guess it's all done. Was it through streaming or something like that?
Yeah, I guess so.
But he's at some space, some theater,
Yeah.
or whatever, and it sounds like he's bombing because there's no audience.
Right.
But you can hear the workers laughing.
Yeah.
Right? It's like an old episode of Talk Soup or something like that. So he's clearly not bombing. And if you're watching at home, you're laughing. But everybody on Twitter that's just like this woke social justice warrior that doesn't even know who the fuck Bill Burr is going, yeah, see, look what happens when comedians try to tell jokes about sensitive topics. It doesn't work out. You're bombing. It's like, no, the guy was fucking murdering. We're all dying laughing.
Yeah. It's also great because we took a car ride with Bill Burr after the Patrice benefit.
Yeah, yeah.
And he just is so in touch with his funny.
Yeah. One of the most awkward car rides I've ever taken. One of the most awkward car rides I've ever
Wait,
taken.
what?
Well, I mean, you look up to the guy so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I admire this guy. I think he's so fucking funny. But at the same time, I'm trying to have a conversation with him. But he's also so good at just doing the talk. It felt like I was on his podcast, which he does by himself. So that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
So, and he was just one topic after another topic.
Bang, bang.
But I didn't know if I was like, should we do this together or I just throw up softballs? I mean, you could say anything. You could be, what do you think about tampon commercials? He goes, yeah, we get it. It soaks it up. What do you want? Yeah. I mean, how often you need to be told it soaks it up? I think it soaks it up.
I remember I was in the green room and he went on and on for probably 20 minutes straight about helicopters. And this was right after Kobe passed. And no one got a word in and he was just giving every fact about
that's
helicopters and then putting jokes in between.
Oh, dude, it was so fun. Like, he had the whole thing broken down because I know that he loves helicopters. So when he was in the green room for the Patrice thing, I was just like, maybe he's got some interesting perspective on it and stuff like that. And dude, he was, yeah. It's fucking cloudy. Just don't take it up.
I love it.
You see the clouds. You don't go.
I love the guy who is himself all the time. And on stage, it's just like, I'm just doing the same shit I always do. So I was just in that car ride, just like, oh, this is the best, just watching this happen. And that's what I thought the Grammy shit was. He's being him. He's making himself laugh with the... He opens... I haven't been able to find the piano solo that happened before he went on stage, but he opens by going... And am I the only one that wanted to kill himself during that piano solo? Fucking wild, dude.
It. Now, I don't know who did the piano solo, but that was the highlight of their life. Right? Like, they were like, I'm fine. Mom, Dad, I'm finally performing at the Grammys. Please watch. And the second you finish, Bill Burr is up there going, hey, that was a suicidal piece of music right there, wasn't it?
Oh, my God, dude. Then he fucks up the winner's name. He's presenting Tropical Latin Album of the Year.
Which is so funny.
Not even a fucking...
Is
there another kind of Latin album? Haven't been in Miami. It's all tropical Latin.
The guy doesn't look tropical at all.
No, he looks like the Hawaiian Punch guy a little bit.
Looking,
the Hawaiian Punch guy.
Yeah, he's a little red. That's as close as he is to tropical.
Oh my God.
It's just so funny when like Twitter thinks they can cancel somebody that you can't cancel somebody whose fans love what they do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like Trump should have taught everybody that. Like, if what he does in like if what he does like hypes up his fan base, if they love that thing, you can't cancel him for it.
Yeah.
And that's what Bill was doing. He was doing him.
Yeah.
So his fans love that he trashed the Emmys while he was hosting them. So you can't in any way cancel the guy for something that their fans love.
The greatest.
Natalia Lafourcade. Lafourcade?
That's what I would have guessed.
That's a stupid name, dude. That's stupid, bro. That's dumb, dude. Don't do that. Don't do it. Natalia Lafourcade?
Lafourcade?
Probably that one.
Yeah, I think it's that one.
Lafourcade. Yeah. Natalia, you think Bill Burr is going to be able to pronounce that, dude? Hold on.
If there's not an MC at the beginning of his name, also, ain't no need for him to know
this is another thing. You don't get practice.
Oh, yeah, it's true, because you don't know.
You don't know who's going to win. If you knew who's going to win, you could practice it, but you don't know. You could practice all five, but ain't nobody want to learn that many Spanish names.
That's a lot to remember.
That's too many.
In the moment, you can fuck one up.
Come on, bro. Natalia Lafourcade. Nah.
Bill Burr upset people at the Grammys, they said. And I saw what he said, and he didn't really upset anyone. He didn't really even say much, really. And you know what? I started to realize what's going on a lot in the news these days is a reverse psychology, basically. Bill Burr didn't really say anything. But suddenly there's an uproar and then it becomes a thing. But the uproar is just created because that way people go see the clip, right? We know that kind of stuff. People go see the clip, whether it happened or not. But then I started to think like at some bigger stuff. I started to think about the Dr. Seuss thing. And here's my theory on Dr. Seuss. For one, I started to think that I bet someone had a lot of Dr. Seuss books that the sales on them had probably slowed down. Because I don't know if people are buying as Dr. Seuss as much. You ask kid these days who Dr. Seuss is, they think it's an actual doctor. They think it's an Indian guy. Let's be honest. So, I think the big deal is somebody, I bet, probably had too many Dr. Seuss books. They couldn't sell them, company, whatever. So they said, well, let's create this blurb. Let's create this hubbub. Let's make it so that, these books are going to get discontinued. Let's influence whoever we can to get these books discontinued or banned or whatever. So then, suddenly, everyone goes and buys the Dr. Seuss books. Now everybody's cat in the hat it up. Everybody's hammed and greened, and everybody's fucking hearing Hortons in the distance. You know, it is what it is. But now they've sold more books than ever. Just because so people can be like, why, you know. So the whole thing is just a trick, really. Whoever's discontinued the books, they don't really care. In the end, they're just trying to sell some books. I think the same thing was true with the Mr. Potato Head. They said, oh, Mr. Potato, they're just trying to sell fucking plastic vegetables, bro. That's it. No one, it's all a trick. Once they have us clicking on whatever, boom. Then then our time, our attention, you know, once you give your attention to something, that's it. Because that's your value, is your attention. So anyway, yeah, Bill Burr didn't say anything. And if you looked at the clip, he didn't say anything. Oh, some cis white male out here giving. It seemed ridiculous, the category they haven't given him, but it just, whatever. You know, I like it. He went out, he was just kind of him in the brief moment he could be. There wasn't a ton of opportunity for him to really emphasize his personality. But, you know. But yeah, it's all a trick, man. Then now you got the book, and now you're standing your ground. But it's just getting weirder. You tear down the statue, you tear down, just trying to get rid of history. I just don't understand why you just don't leave history where it is. It's already gone.
You know, I've never been in a country where all of a sudden the most powerful army the world has ever seen comes in and takes it over in a couple hours. She must have been terrified, right? And she's a woman. You know, she's into fashion. They show up with those Hugo Boss uniforms. You know, her knees buckle a little bit. Things start getting ugly. People are getting shot in the street. She's freaking out. You know. And she's a woman. And women know, push comes to shove. When you get your back against the wall, no matter how bad it gets, they always have the option of fucking their way out of a situation. They always got that card they can play, right? All women know this. All women know this. Men don't realize this till they go to prison. But women learn this early on. She had the option, and she took it. I can't get mad at her for that, you know? So she's dead and gone. I think she's up there in heaven. I think she made it. She's up there with Sean Connery. Every once in a while, they have a disagreement. He gives a little slap, you know? She doesn't care. Once you shit on a Nazi's chest, I mean, a little backhand's not going to freak you out. Jesus can't say anything. He got a hooker, right? Everybody's got a little something they did. Yeah, there you go. So, still buy your Coco Chanel. She's still a hero. She was a victim. She was a victim of that time. She was frightened. She was scared. She didn't know what to do. Anyway. So, we're living in a fucking weird time. Obviously, beyond all the bullshit that's going on now, like, every time I think feminism has kind of like died off, you know, like a band you can't stand, and they haven't put out an album in a few years. You're like, oh, good. Did they quit? Did they break up? And all of a sudden they come out with some more shit. You're like, ah, fuck. What is it now? I'm just fucking with you. Feminism doesn't bug me, you know. It doesn't bother me. I'm not afraid of it or anything like that. You know, for the simple fact that I know it's going to fail, you know? And I take comfort in that. I do. I'm not rooting for it because I know it doesn't like me. Yeah. Do you know why I think it's not going to survive? Why it's not going to be successful anyways? Because they still need men's help to make it happen. I don't understand it. I don't understand why women just can't work with each other and make this shit happen. They keep coming to us like, more men need to care about this issue. Where are the men to stand up and say something? Like, why do I have to fucking say something? This is your fucking problem. Why are you always dragging us into this shit? I saw a woman a couple months back, professional soccer player, right? She goes on to ESPN or one of these sports channels, and she starts bitching, going like, I don't understand, how come female athletes don't make as much as male professional athletes? Right? And all of these men had to sit there and act like they didn't know what the answer was. They had to sit there like dumbfounded, like, I don't know. Why is that? That is a conundrum. I have no idea. Literally, I'm sitting at home screaming at the TV because you don't sell any fucking tickets. Nobody is going to women's soccer games. You're playing in a 20,000 seat arena. 1,500 people show up. That's not a good night. The promoter lost his fucking ass on that gig. I'm not saying no professional female athletes, Serena Williams, the women in the UFC, you know, but nobody's watching your fucking sport. And then you're gonna come and you're gonna get mad at fucking men. They keep doing that shit. Why are you yelling at us? It's not our fucking job. It's not my fucking job to give a fuck about women's soccer, okay? I have men's sport to pay attention to. It's your bullshit, right? Dude, look at the WNBA. Dude, nobody in the WNBA got COVID. Nobody. They have been playing in front of 300 to 400 people a night for a quarter of a century. Not to mention, it's a male-subsidized league. We gave you a fucking league. None of you showed up. Where are all the feminists? That place should be packed with feminists. Faces painted, wearing jerseys, flashing their titties. Going fucking nuts like the guys do. In the upper deck with their big beer titties. Am I on the Jumbotron? Am I doing it? Yeah. You didn't. None of you went to the fucking games. None of you. You failed them. Not me. Not men. Women failed the WNBA. Ladies, name your top 5 all-time WNBA players of all time. Come on. That's it. Name 5 WNBA teams. Name the WNBA team in your fucking city. You can't do it. You don't give a fuck about them. They play night in and night out in front of nobody. It's a fucking tragedy, right? And then meanwhile, you look at the Kardashians, they're making billions. You look at those Real Housewives shows, they're making money hand over fist, because that's what women are watching. And the money listens. You don't want to watch this shit, you watch this shit. They just shoot it over there, drowning these whores in money. In purses, in shoes, in Botox. It's just raining. It's raining money. Yeah, so the money listens. You'd rather watch that shit. Real Housewives, bunch of women just tearing each other down. Well, maybe that's why your husband left you. Maybe that's why your husband left. That's why you can't have kids, bitch. That's why your ass is as flat as your titties, bitch, right? That's the message you sent. We would rather watch that than see a bunch of women come together as a team and try to achieve a common goal. We would rather watch them absolutely fucking destroy each other. Yeah. No. And then in the end, you come back and you fucking yell at guys. And it's like, all right, so let me get this straight. I have to buy you a drink, stop the axe murderer from coming through the fucking window, and I have to watch WNBA games for you? Like, when are you gonna pick up your end of the couch? Yeah. I don't have any sympathy for women when it comes to shit like that, because every study they've ever done to determine who's smarter, men or women, every study comes back and says women are smarter. Every fucking one. Ladies, you shouldn't be applauding that. You know I'm an asshole. You know this isn't gonna end well. Did he say I'm pretty? Oh my God! Get out of the relationship. If every study says that you're smarter, okay? The question you should be asking yourself was, we're so goddamn smart, how are we in the situation we're in? Well, you're in the situation you're in not because of guys like me, as much as you want to blame me. Yeah, you know, ladies, you can't tell me, you never drove by a sports bar on a football Sunday and looked at the humanity in there? All those dumb guys with their big beer bellies bumping shit. Hey, he's on my fantasy team! Up top, yeah! You want to get some more mozzarella sticks? Yeah. As a woman with your bigger brain, you never looked in there and thought to yourself, I'm fucking losing to that? I'm losing to that. Yeah, there's nothing stopping you other than the fact that you guys are just into destroying each other. No, now it's gonna get quiet. I see all that sneaky shit you do. Ladies, if you could just support the WNBA the way you support a fat chick that's proud of her body and is no longer a threat to you, you know, that league would be doing better numbers than the NBA. Oh my God, that's one of the saddest things I've ever seen. Oh my God, you're a goddess. You're gorgeous. You look great in that bikini. I would kill myself if I looked like that. Keep eating, keep eating. Lose a toe, you fat bitch. It's just, you saw an alcoholic where you'd be like, oh my God, look at you. You're face down, passed out. Your kids are crying. You're a hero. You're a god. Keep doing what you're doing. You'd be like, dude, you need to get your fucking shit together. Get off the sauce.
Well, what about Yul Brynner? Yul Brynner was the first white guy to rock it and be a movie star.
Oh, yeah.
The King and I, Westworld, the original Westworld, not the HBO series.
Do you know I tried to buy the rights to that like fucking 10 years ago?
You did?
Yeah.
Westworld?
Yeah. I don't know what I was going to, but I was just like, this is a movie that someone's going to want to redo because they were redoing all these movies from my childhood. And I was just like, I fucking love that movie. That thing really loans itself because we're not at the point where you can do any of this shit. So it's still in the future. You could totally, but they wanted like $1 zillion for it. I didn't realize it was a Michael Crichton book and all that. They wanted like millions and millions. And I was just like, all right, I don't know. I thought I could get it for like fucking 30 grand, like a Prius.
Have you watched the show?
Well, this is the thing. Then the second I sat down and I watched the show, I just watched the opening credits and I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God I didn't have the rights to that because there's no fucking way I could have pulled that off. Like all the things like the horse running and those tendons connecting. I've watched the first 2 episodes. I'm totally in and I've already bugged my agent to be like, dude, I will fucking, the same way when I saw Breaking Bad, I watched the first 2 episodes and I was like, dude, I will carry a tray of meth in the background, whatever you can fucking do. So I bugged him going like, I'm actually bullshitting. That's on my agenda today. When I get out of this, when I'm done here and I walk home with my elk meat, hopefully. I
got pounds for you.
I'm gonna bug him about trying to get on that thing. And there's a couple of actors in there that I've worked with that I'm just psyched that they're on. You know, you see friends of yours that are actually in there and they're on something that fucking cool.
My friend Tate was on last week's episode.
Yeah,
Westworld. He's on everything though. Tate's been in, I don't know, 100 movies probably, easily 100 movies.
I've always wondered if you know when you're doing something great because it's so hard when you're shooting it and how they just, all right, now his point of view, we'll do the master, back, and do all that type of stuff. And you just find yourself walking around. Was it good? Did it, because the camera crew's not saying anything. Everybody's fucking quiet. And it really comes down though to the editors and the music and all that. They can either take it to the next level or they can make something good look great and they can take something great look fucking horrific.
Well, some things start off great and then they don't know how to end it and they fuck it up. But there's something weird about having a friend in a movie where you're going, this movie's great. Oh, there's Tate. Like it takes you out of it. It's like, oh, that's my friend. Like this movie's bullshit.
Yeah, people always say it doesn't it doesn't take me. It doesn't take me out of it unless I see them like watching themselves. Like, I can't believe I'm in this scene with this guy. Then it like pulls me out. But like I buy in when I'm one of those guys. Like I don't like going to horror movies. Like, they freak me out. I buy in. I don't give a fuck what the concept is. Like that fucking thing where the lady was like flipping the light switch off and then turning it on. And then flipped it off and saw the thing again and then turned it on and then flipped it off. It was right there. I was literally at home. I'm like, stop fucking turning the lights on.
What movie is that?
Get out of there.
What movie is that?
I don't know. Like, the movie was coming out and it was like the thing where she's like, you know, when you look into a room and you shut the lights off, she shuts the lights off and all of a sudden there's this fucking thing there. Sort of a girl, sort of fucking beastly. And it's across the room so you can't quite see it. So she's like, what the fuck is that? Turns the lights on. It's gone. Shuts it off. It's there again. Same spot. Turns the lights back on. It's not there. Shuts it off the third time, and it's right in her fucking grill. Yeah, scared the fuck out of me. Blair Witch. Movie. Blair Witch, when they were going, dude, the movie didn't scare me. Ralphie May going, no, that didn't fucking scare me.
Fuck him. That movie scared the shit out of me.
I saw that movie by myself. I'd done a spot at the Laugh Factory. I went down to Man's Chinese Theater, the one, the Hollywood Galaxy. I don't even know if that's still there anymore. Right next door. And I saw like the midnight showing by myself, dude. Freaked the fuck out.
Was there other people in the theater?
Yeah, but nobody I knew, and it was like really sort of like there wasn't a lot of people there. And then that walk through the parking garage. Oh, dude, I was freaked.
I saw that movie in Houston, Texas. Chris McGuire and I did a show. We did a show at the old Laugh Stop. You ever do the old Laugh Stop in River Oaks?
Did I do that one?
Great club.
I think I just, whatever the classic one was that Hicks and all those guys, it had just moved to the new spot.
The new spot sucked. The new spot was not good. But the old spot was amazing. And that's where I did my first album. That was I'm Gonna Be Dead Someday. I did in 1999. We did a show, and then McGuire and I met these kids that worked across the street at the movie theater. And they go, hey, we have the keys to the movie theater. Do you guys want to go watch the Blair Witch, just us? And we were like, holy shit, let's do it.
Yeah.
So we left. We had a 10 o'clock show. It's like midnight. We go across the street. They fucking cook up the popcorn, the whole deal. Gave us free soda, locked the door. You couldn't even do that today.
No.
You know, it was amazing. I mean, today everything's digital. You know, the kid spools up the reel and everything like that. And we sat down in the theater. It was like 3 of them and 2 of us. And we watched the Blair Witch and shit our pants. It was awesome.
Oh my God, Josh! The fucking screaming. I still remember that movie.
The kid staring in the corner. Like, ooh.
Oh yeah, when they just sort of like went past it. Yeah, all of that shit where rather than just showing you sawing somebody's head off, just the idea.
Yeah.
When you think of, like, Tarantino talked about that, where in Reservoir Dogs he had one scene where they showed the guy hacking the ear off versus just panning away and hearing the guy screaming. It's just like it was way more fucking disturbing. That ruined that song for me for a long time. I always hear
what song was that?
Marvin Nash screaming. Now here's Stephen Wright's voice. Well, I don't know if I'm wrong, if I'm right. And he's in.
That's something too.
Stop! Remember that when he's fucking? He threw. Yeah, right.
Adding a fun song to a horrific scene.
That was so.
About that.
The powerlessness of just fucking. I can't deal with.
That's like Scarface. Remember Scarface when they cut the guy up with a chainsaw? He's tied up in the bathtub. Yeah. And they force Tony Montana to watch. He's getting splattered with blood as they hack his friend up.
Yeah, no, that's. My mother took us to see that. She didn't know what it was. Took all of us to see it, and my youngest brother was like 9, I think. And if my mother said after this chainsaw scene we have to get out of here, I would have been like fine, because I've been watching that going, oh, that was really. I asked my mother years later. She was just like, well, yeah, I thought at that point, yes, that it might have been a little mature. That's what she says, mature for your youngest brother. But I was laughing. I was going, yeah, but you always took us to cool movies. She goes, yeah. She goes, that was a good movie. She goes, I'm going to take you to those stupid things. Like, she was against like the whole she took us to For Love of Benji and Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, and then my parents were just like, we're not fucking sitting through this shit. We're gonna go to a movie that we're gonna enjoy too. And then I went from that to like Stripes and like Scarface.
Your parents just said fuck kid movies.
Yeah, just said fuck it. Like, if we're gonna go out, we're gonna go.
Hilarious.
Yeah, we're gonna see something. But listen,
Jamie, I'm sweating like a pig. Can you turn the AC on here?
So I was watching George Bush today. give some sort of speech, or try to, I should say. You guys like George Bush? No. You know what I like about George Bush? He makes me feel like I could be president too. You know? He's like the first guy from like my reading level. You know what I mean? First guy from my math class to actually make it. You know? He's the worst. You know what I love about that guy? He can't say the word terror. He uses the word every speech. He can't say terror. He goes tear. He goes, America will not stand for tear. Anybody who supports tear, you're a terrorist. We're gonna get you. What kind of president goes, we're gonna get you? He's like some redneck they dragged out of a barbecue, put him in a suit. Dude, if you go, we're gonna get you, you should be just standing on stage with like a couple of bloodhounds going, go get him, Blue! Smell the shirt, get the scent, go get him! Damn, that Blue's a good dog! I'll tell you one thing I have realized though. When you go to war, man, that's the one time when you really have to like appreciate rednecks though. You know that? You know why? Because rednecks are like the one group of people that actually like want to go to war. No, they do. They're up for it. That's like their Super Bowl. You know, they're like making dip and shit. You know what I mean? They really want to go. Everybody else tries to get out of it. Like rich people never go to war. You know, you ask a college kid if he wants to go to war, he's just like, I'm taking this sociology class. I think war is like really stupid. My roommate's like half Afghanis. That's going to cause some static. A redneck if he wants to go to war, he's just like, hell fucking yeah! I'm ready right now! You just point the direction, buddy, I'm ready to do this shit! All my life, people telling me I'm fucked up! No, they're frightening people, but you gotta utilize them. Seriously, you want to scare the enemy, alright? And rednecks are like America's Pitbulls. They should just sedate those people, drop them off in Afghanistan, just let them run wild. Just be like, dude, just go do everything you ever dreamed of doing. Just go fucking crazy. Have one of your friends play the banjo, it'll scare the shit out of them. No, that's what I would do. Draft psychos. Don't draft decent people. Don't draft some dude who works at Staples. Fuck that. We need him. Keep him. Go into the swamps of this country. Get people with rabies. Get perverts. Get people like to jerk off in public, you know? Just get like the cancer of this society. Get like homeless people who like to talk to buildings. Like, just send all that shit over there. Bunch of freaks run around. Where the fuck's Osama at? Just irritate them. Send people over who talk too loud on their cell phones. Yeah, I just got a cheeseburger. No, that just makes sense to me. Rednecks are psychopaths. You wouldn't want to draft a guy like me. I'm a comedian. I'm useless. I am. I'm lazy. I'm a coward. I don't like confrontations. You draft a redneck. Not only is that dude a psycho, he'll actually save you money. Those guys show up to the army, you're like, here's your M16. They're like, I already got one. I got some shit in the trunk you ain't ever seen before, buddy. I went on eBay, got me some of that surface to air shit, took it out hunting, got me a moose and a duck at the same fucking time. I didn't even see the duck. Duck was over her. I'm aiming at the moose, duck's over her. That's my peripheral over her. And the shot went up the moose's ass, and the shrapnel from his antler hit the duck. Duck came down. It's the best goddamn duck I ever ate. No, they're hilarious. Funny people, but you gotta give it up to them because they're patriotic. They're patriotic people. Those sons of bitches. You'll never catch a redneck at like an anti-war protest going, hell no, we won't go. They're just like, wait, I get to kill people? And I ain't going to jail. Wait a minute, are they foreigners? Oh my God, hey Dale, come on, you're gonna miss it. Hurry up. Christmas in September. never do this shit when I go down south. I never do this material. What you talking about, boy? No, I'm actually, I gotta admit, I'm afraid of those people. No, I really am. Not like, all Southern, a lot of people, that's just those backwoods dudes, they're just scary. I always try to like make conversation with them when I do shows, and it's always, they got like anger. They're crazy, like they love their trucks, so they're angry and proud. So I'm trying to make conversation because I'm nervous, like, hey, yeah, it's a nice truck. What kind of truck is it? It's a fucking American truck. It's made in America by a fucking American. Like, all right, buddy, relax. No, I buy American shit. I get a cheeseburger, I get American cheese on that bitch. All right, none of that Swiss shit, I don't trust it. It's got all them holes in it, people looking at you. Nah, I get nervous when I go down there. Always saying that fucked up shit. South's gonna rise again. And do what? Secede from the Union? Fucking morons. This shit was 200 years ago, 150 years ago. You lost. Get over it.
I saw a woman a couple months back, professional soccer player, right? She goes on to ESPN or one of these sports channels, and she starts bitching, going like, I don't understand, how come female athletes don't make as much as male professional athletes? Right? And all of these men had to sit there and act like they didn't know what the answer was. They had to sit there like dumbfounded, like, oh, I don't know. Why is that? That is a conundrum. I have no idea. Literally, I'm sitting at home screaming at the TV because you don't sell any fucking tickets! Nobody is going to women's soccer games. You're playing in a 20,000 seat arena. 1,500 people show up. That's not a good night. The promoter lost his fucking ass on that gig. I'm not saying no professional female athletes, Serena Williams, the women in the UFC, but nobody's watching your fucking sport. And then you're gonna come and you're gonna get mad at fucking men. They keep doing that shit. Why are you yelling at us? It's not our fucking job. It's not my fucking job to give a fuck about women's soccer, okay? I have men's sport to pay attention to. It's your bullshit, right? Dude, look at the WNBA. Dude, nobody in the WNBA got COVID. Nobody. They have been playing in front of 300 to 400 people a night for a quarter of a century. Not to mention, it's a male-subsidized league. We gave you a fucking league. None of you showed up. Where are all the feminists? That place should be packed with feminists. Faces painted, wearing jerseys, flashing their titties. Going fucking nuts like the guys do. In the upper deck with their big beard titties. Am I on the Jumbotron? Am I doing it? Yeah. You didn't. None of you went to the fucking games. None of you. You failed them. Not me. Not men. Women failed the WNBA. Ladies, name your top 5 all-time WNBA players of all time. Come on. That's it. Name 5 WNBA teams. Name the WNBA team in your fucking city. You can't do it. You don't give a fuck about them. They play night in and night out in front of nobody. It's a fucking tragedy, right? And then meanwhile, you look at the Kardashians, they're making billions. You look at those Real Housewives shows, they're making money hand over fist, because that's what women are watching. And the money listens. You don't want to watch this shit, you watch this shit. They They just shoot it over there, drowning these whores in money, in purses, in shoes, in Botox. It's just raining. It's raining money. Yeah. So, the money listens. You'd rather watch that shit. Real Housewives, bunch of women just tearing each other down. Well, maybe that's why your husband left you. Maybe that's why your husband left. That's why you can't have kids, bitch. That's why your ass is as flat as your titties, bitch, right? That's the message you sent. We would rather watch that than see a bunch of women come together as a team and try to achieve a common goal. We would rather watch them actually fucking destroy each other. Yeah. No. And then in the end, you come back and you fucking yell at guys. And it's like, all right, so let me get this straight. I have to buy you a drink, stop the axe murderer from coming through the fucking window, and I have to watch WNBA games for you? Like, when are you gonna pick up your end of the couch?
No. I don't want to make my dad out like a psycho, man. My dad's the best dude I know, man. But, I understand him, though. He's like the exact opposite of me. I planned out my life a little more, right? That's why I never got married. Never thought about getting married. It just looked horrific. It looked really difficult. It looked like a lot of them failed. Then if you had a kid, you have that whole weird situation, right? You got this thing that half looks like you, half looks like somebody you used to love and now want to slap the shit out of, right? Kid's coming up to the walk, you're like, son, just look to the right a little. Let me just kind of cheat, but Dad, I want to look at you. It's brutal. My dad was the exact opposite. Fell in love, got married, just started having kids. Had 5 kids by the time he was 33. Pre-Oprah, pre-Dr. Phil, pre-chicken soup for the holy fuck. I got 5 kids. I don't even know who I am yet. The pressure of that, feeding all those kids, man, I'm telling you. Every 3-4 days, he would just snap out of nowhere, Can you pass the salt? Ah, you fucking bitch, out the fucking bullshit! Boom, he'd slam the door, have the car in 3rd gear by the time he got it to the end of the driveway. Bop, 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 bop. My mother would always do the exact same shit. Just lock the door behind him, turn around, look at the kids, and just be like, man, he's just crazy. He's just a crazy person. What is wrong with him? 8 hours later, he'd show up, no apology. She'd have dinner ready. She messed it up. He'd give her a rough time. Christ, you cooked the shit out of it. I don't know. I think I'll be a good dad, though. I do. No, I analyzed it. I've actually finally come to the point. I want to have a kid, and I don't think it's that hard. I don't. Part of me really believes that, and the other part is I just like pissing off people with kids, Whenever you say shit like that, oh, dude, you have no idea how difficult it is. This is a great one to say. Well, I got a dog. How much dude, you can't even fucking compare it to a dog. Yeah, I can. I just did, and I'll do it again. Mine's got 4 legs. Yours only has 2. Go ahead. Yours bites someone and gets a timeout. Mine gets put down. Stakes are raised. No, I think I know. I think I know how to raise a kid. You know what it is? You just play catch with them. I think that's the big deal, man. That's how you raise a kid. You play catch with them. You just talk about life. You distract them by throwing the ball. They don't even notice. You're filling their heads up with your theories. Right? You don't do it the old school way, the way your parents used to. Sit down across from you. You want to tell me about your day? Did anybody offer you any drugs? You're learning about sex? You're like, dude, you're fucking freaking me out. I'm trying to eat a Pop-Tart here, right? No, you just take in the back. You play catch with them. That's it. You talk about life, right? What's that, son? We're not going to church today. Fuck that. It's all a bunch of bullshit. God's everywhere, but I got to go down there to see him? Really? And he's mad at me down there and I owe you money? Go fuck yourself. That's stupid. It's ridiculous. It's in here. All right? It's not down. It's in here. They try to take it. It's in here. You do something good, you feel good. You do something bad, you feel bad, Unless you're like a sociopath and you don't feel shit, Unless you got somebody duct taped upside down in your apartment, And if you do something like that, I want you to feel like you can come to me, Yeah, come to me, confess all of that. We'll go down to the precinct. We'll tell them everything. Yeah, I'm going to turn you in. This isn't fucking Dexter. What are you, out of your mind? There's some feel-good serial killer walking around. He only kills the bad people. Listen, I know your mother and we've been arguing a lot lately, all right? But you know I love her. I love her to death, okay? It's weird. I love her to death, but when I watch her eat toast, I just want to choke her. I don't know what it is. It's the routine, right? Left, then the middle. Just why don't you just fold it in half and fucking eat it? You know what I mean? It's unreal. You know? That's when you know you met the right one. When you want to slap the shit out of him, but you don't. You know? You want to leave, but you don't. There's something about him you just can't fucking leave. Right? So don't settle down till you meet one like that. That's when you know. Till then, put a condom on, just bang as many as you can so you don't have a midlife crisis. That's what you do. Don't tell your mother I'm telling you any of this shit either. Yeah. That's my game plan. So anyways, yeah, so I have a lot of fucked up thoughts, man. I do. This is the most recent one I had. You ever drive down the street and see like 30 people up on a sidewalk and you just think, right? You don't do it, you just think it. That's what separates the psychos from the functioning psychos, right? Psychos, they just think it, fuck it, they do it. They get the wipers going, they make a day out of it, right? But as a functioning psycho, not only do you not do it, you actually analyze it. Like, man, if I just leave my hand right here, nobody knows who I am. I move it 2 degrees over here, I'm on the cover of Newsweek. I am instantly famous, right? Right here, nobody knows me. Just a regular jackass like, hey, Bill, you want to come to the cookout? Maybe you could bring that potato salad. It was such a big hit last year. One of the most horrific scenes we've seen in years. Bodies just strewn about. You should really go there. Amy's going to be there. You could strike up a conversation, maybe hook up with her. No indication he even tried to stop. No, I have those thoughts all the time. Like recently, my girl took me to a street fair, right? You guys ever been to a street fair, They close off the block, right? They close off the block, there's like shawarma, there's like shit made out of buttons, right? People with no teeth are making keychains, It's a typical girlfriend idea. It sucks, and it's gonna take all Saturday, right? Right? She's like all excited, she's like swinging my arm. Oh my God, this is gonna be fucking great, right? I'm like praying for lightning, some sort of scaffolding to fall down on my head, So she comes up, first place she comes up to is this big table, nothing but like homemade jewelry, right? Homemade jewelry, okay? It's got twigs in it, macaroni, it's shit. It is a table of shit, right? But she loves it, right? She's like, oh my God, this stuff is so funky, right? She's like trying on the earrings. Do you like these? Do you think these are nice, right? I want to be like, no. If they were nice, they'd be in a store, all right? There'd be a roof, some sort of structure would be built around this. This is shit. This is a table of shit, right? Oh, brutal. It's brutal, right? But I don't want to be a dick. So I'm like, no, honey, that's great. John, I'm going to go get some air, okay? Even though we're outside, I think there's more air to be had, No, because I felt it. I was going to snap. I literally walked like 2-3 tables away, and there's this lady standing there with this big table and nothing but muffins, right? Homemade muffins. It's like 85 degrees out. She's standing there with this big table, nothing but muffins. She's got this big stupid, look at the muffins I made. Look in her face. And the second I saw that shit, that part of my brain was just like, dude, what would happen if you just came up and just said, hey, lady, are these your muffins? Oh, yeah? I just started going fucking wham, wham, bam, 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 bam. Like, how many of these muffins could I mush before anybody did anything? I mean, realistically, I think I could have got the whole table. Because even if you saw me doing that shit, it would take at least 5 to 6 seconds to process. Like, did they say you can do that? Is it like a game? Do you eat the muffin off your fist? That just seems like a waste of pastry. Dude, there's no security of shit like that. There's no dude standing there. He's mushing the muffins. Okay, I'm on it. Sorry, we're going to have to ask you to leave. They just choked me out. So I just started thinking of the horrified, fucked up look in this lady's face as I started slamming these muffins. And out of nowhere, I just started laughing like a maniac. I'm like slumped over this fried dough cart. I'm dying. My girl looks at me. She's like, what the hell are you laughing at? And like an idiot, I actually tried to explain this fucked up thought to her. Like she was going to get it on some level, right? I'm just sitting there like, I was just thinking, what if I started punching the muffins? You know what I mean? I just started punching them. And she's just looking at me like, why do I go out with you? Dude, but I swear to God, man, if I never broke eye contact the second I started hitting those things, That girl wouldn't even been able to call for help. I would have been in her head. It would have been too personal. She'd be like, did I go to high school with this guy? Why would you do that? Muffins are a happy food. I don't understand it. All right, listen, I'm out of time. You guys are so much fun. Thank you so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. No means no. That's another one. No means no. It's like, no, it doesn't. All right? Look, no means no. No, that means no. All right, but no, stop it. What are you doing? Oh my God. You're being so bad. Stop it. No. Yeah, that's not a fucking no. That means I want to do it, but I'm afraid you're going to judge me, so I'm just going to make it look like it was your idea so you don't figure out that I've already performed this act with 40 other fucking people. Right? But then you go to court and you get a bad read and there's some guy reading it. Your Honor, she said no. Stop it. What are you doing? You're being so bad. Yeah, and you're just sitting there like, she didn't fucking say it like that. She didn't say it like that. Yeah. So now everybody's just like scared shitless. You know? Because I guess if women ran the world, there'd be no war. Evidently, there'd be no due process either. So you just gotta sit there going, No, it's fucking nuts. People are so scared now. You have the male feminist. Like, where the fuck did that come from? Just out of nowhere, last couple years. I'm a male feminist. I've always championed women. No, you haven't. You haven't. This shit came out and you're fucking scared. You did something. You grabbed some fucking titties. What the fuck did you do that you have to overcorrect that fucking hard? What kind of a man who still has his balls is walking around saying that he's a male feminist? I'm a male feminist. I totally see the way you see the fucking world. It's impossible as a man who was raised right. You can't do it. You're a man. Look, you can agree with it. You can empathize, sympathy. You can do all of that shit. But you can't be it any more than I can stand here and just be like, I'm a Black Panther. Fight the power. And then I walk out the door, a blue-eyed white dude, and I get to live that fucking life, right? I don't know. I don't know, ladies. I don't buy it. Maybe you do. I don't. Anytime I hear a guy say I'm a male feminist, I always just think that is the most pathetic, limp dick way ever to try and get some pussy, right? Like that is literally the fucking game you had when you were on a first date when you were 16, you were all nervous and your whole game plan was just agree with her, maybe she'll touch it. So, what are your favorite bands? I like whatever you like. Will you touch it now? Did I do it right? Yeah, it's a weird time right now. I'm glad that I'm fucking, married now. I don't gotta fucking deal with any of that shit. You know? Younger guys, I don't know. How do you deal with it? Like, you know what was really fucked up in all of this now? Is what about women who like it rough? Right? That doesn't happen here in the jolly old England, right? Not at all. Everybody gets all dead silent. Big fucking elephant in the fucking room, right? Yeah. How the fuck do you... What's that?
Ask for consent.
Ask for consent? Doesn't that take the mood? Well, Jesus, that kind of took it in a weird way. Dude, whatever the fuck I was saying, however you heard it, that's not what the fuck I'm saying, all right? You know, I've really listened to this Me Too movement. I think for the first time in my life, I'm gonna ask for consent. I'm really gonna do it this time. I've been feeling... This is why you can't judge comedians. Do you understand this? Do you understand what the fuck I was saying and how this fucking jackass just heard it? You know? The second it comes out of my mouth, it's not what I said anymore. It goes into your fucking ear hole and gets cut with your whole fucking childhood. Oh, this is what he means. Sir, if I could get along with my point, if you wouldn't mind that. No, like fucking women who like it rough. Like, that's gotta be so fucking weird. I remember when I was a single man, long time ago. A lot of hair ago, right? Still wasn't a good look, but I was single. I was out there taking some at-bats. I remember that shit. You meet a woman when it started going down that road, like you knew you were gonna hook up. What you try to do, you try to get a jump on it, right? You try to figure out what they liked in the bedroom because you wanted to satisfy them. Because there's nothing worse than if you don't satisfy them, and you know they're gonna tell all their friends, and then you gotta fucking move, and now there's social media. You got a fucking nickname. It's a nightmare. So you just try to, you try to do, a little fucking intelligence. You'd be sitting there hanging out, just being like, yeah, so, what are you into? What do you like to do, right? One night I asked this woman that, she set her drink down, she looked me right in the eye, she's like, I like to get fucked. And I knew what she meant. I was like, all right, this is gonna be one of these. Okay, here we go. We're gonna have to go hard on this one, right? We had a great fucking time. Now, I don't know how I would hit today. I would just be like, all right, I know what you wanna do, but like, you're gonna have to do it. You understand? Like, I'm just gonna stand here and then you just back into me however hard you want. You control how hard you're backing into me. Then I'm gonna lay my hand on your shoulder. You can put your ponytail in it. I will slowly close my hand around it. And if at any point you want to yank your head like that, that's on you. My other hand will be just to the right of your right ass cheek. If you want to do one of those, that's fine. But I am not doing anything. I'm just gonna stand here like a giant fuck stick. And you just have at it. You just have at it.